following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Kristin Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin. Woo! Hi, I'm Kristin.
I'm Jada. Hi.
And this is 50 Shades of Bullshit. I got caught off guard. That went really fast, that intro. And all of a sudden we were started and I was like, whoa, what am I doing? I'm doing a podcast.
How are you?
Oh, here we are at the end of the month. I'm losing my mind.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're having lots of turkey, pie, and stuffing.
Yeah. Or for those of us that do not eat meat, perhaps you're having a tofurkey.
Sorry, I just vomited in my mouth.
Just kidding.
You're like, sounds exciting, Jada.
Yeah.
Well, 4 weeks till Christmas. I see you've got the tree up already.
I mean, it would have been up November 1st had my child, I say child lightly because he's a 23-year-old man, but had he not said to me, Mom, you're crazy.
Well, we know you're crazy, but we love you for it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How are you? What's happening in your world? Let's talk. We've got some things to cover and catch up on.
Yeah, not much. Just, still plugging along, doing all kinds of stuff, trying to get the business off the ground, so that I can stop doing all the other ones. Excited that we're here because this is my favorite time of the week, getting to see your shiny face, your beautiful self, and
thanks.
you're perfect.
I'm not feeling good today, but it's a relaxed day, so it's fine.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I like that we get to be in everybody's home on Thanksgiving. I think it's an exciting, fun time. Hopefully, if everybody's not with their families, that they're enjoying some peace and quiet and just enjoying their time. I love that. What were we going to? So you and I were going to do this experiment, right?
Yes.
You'd come up with this experiment. Let's tell the folks about it.
Let's talk about it. So I had an idea that before the end of the year, now that I think about it, 10 may be an aggressive number, but we can talk about it. We're going to do
That's 2 a week. In 5 weeks.
Well, no, because it could be with the same person if you like someone.
Okay, Jada, let's talk about the fact that I'm in Los Angeles and I haven't had a second date with anybody in God knows how long because these fools out here, all they want to talk about immediately is what am I wearing? What color panties am I?
Listen, that's not just Los Angeles. That's anywhere.
But they also don't want to commit. They don't want to go on a real date. They don't want second dates because that means they'd have to spend some money or try to get you at their place. And I'm not doing that anymore. I used to do it. We know my shenanigans, okay? We know how easy I am. But I have turned over a leaf. And that leaf had a sign on it, and it said, love yourself, Kristin. And so therefore, I am no longer letting these fools take advantage of me. So this could be tricky.
It could be tricky. So we're going to do 10 dates before 2025. And we are going to talk about our journey and the dates that we've been on. And this will be our journey to share and see
how they are coastal. How they are in DC and how they are in Los Angeles.
Everywhere. But you know what? I'm open to dating anywhere. They don't have to just be in DC. And
how
I think
the fuck am I going to date
connect so well with me because I am like, I understand your story. I get it.
I can't right now. I'm a little concerned. I went back on just for this. I went back on the dating apps and I'm
okay.
And I'm getting started. I got my profile set up. I got everything ready. So far, it's pretty crapola.
I haven't even started. So you're one step ahead of me because I just told you this yesterday. So you're already like, yeah.
I waste no time. Who are you talking to? You're talking to somebody who starts a business at a whim. So
I know. I'll get busy, but it'll be fun. I think people will love to hear. It, honestly.
Well, I talked to one this morning, and the minute we got on the line, he said, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm driving to work." And I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm still laying in bed, just, thinking about the day." He goes, "What color panties are you wearing?"
I can't.
And I said, "Yeah, I don't do that. Sorry, it's not happening." And then I said, I don't remember what else I said because I was ready to get off the phone like now. I said, "Oh, I got to go to work now." And he's like, "Oh, but I'm rock hard." And I said, "This is so disrespectful.
Wait,
you don't even know me.
Are you on? What are you on?
Hinge.
Oh no, honey, that's not it.
Out here in LA, we cannot do Tinder. We cannot do Bumble. We cannot do Plenty of Fish. We cannot do Cupid. We cannot do those. They are all sex only.
Wait, do you do Bumble? What about Bumble?
No, I hate it. I absolutely hate the men on it from here. Hinge has been in the past the only one. Plus, I'm on a few pages, for Facebook, and they all as well say Hinge is the only one out here that's fairly decent for finding somebody who wants a real date. But this is ridiculous already. It's ridiculous.
Okay, but I have to ask, what is your age range? Like, what are your settings to age range?
Mine is 42 to 60.
That's a good wide range.
And it's in some douchebag who's 32 slipped under the wire this morning and said he lied so he could date older women. And then he asked me what color panties I was and then asked if I was going to stay on the phone while he had a hard on. And I said,
the jig is up, people. The jig is up. That's not acceptable.
Not
this will be fun. Anymore. I'm excited to hear like
I'm gonna make
stories.
Notes.
I'm excited. Rebel, you should join in.
Yeah. 10 days in 5
dates before 2025. Yeah.
Yep.
But again, like I said, it could be, but you could do 3 dates with the same person.
Oh, but I can really handle that. I mean,
let's do it.
So I start on Friday.
Here we go.
Okay, let's do it. Rebels in.
What
the three of us.
What are the rules again?
Just go on fucking dates and tell what's happening.
You got to talk about what's happening. 10 dates before 2025.
Got it.
Meaning like December 31st.
Right. I'm there.
All right.
I have 3 this weekend, so we're good.
Oh, she's already ahead
of us. God damn it. Okay, Rebel. Maybe I need to go to Mississippi to find my ass a date.
I know.
You need to come to Louisiana and get you one.
Well, honey, I went on Hinge in Louisiana first, and I wasn't having any luck there either, because the guys in Louisiana did this. Here we go. This is from one. Oh crap! Where'd it go? Telegram. Yes. No. Yes. I don't think I can show
Yes,
this.
yes,
I bet
no.
I'll
Yes,
cover
that's
I'll
how this
cover
ends
the
up
name.
there. Fun date.
This is what he sent me.
Okie dokie.
And he said, oops. Then he says, I get nothing. LOL. No response from me ever again. No response.
Oh,
Done,
this
done,
is gonna
and
be
done.
a fun time.
Here we go.
I'm excited for the listeners I want to hear all their feedback because we will absolutely have some stories, I'm sure.
Oh, we're going to have some stories. I haven't even gone on a date yet, and I've got terrible
Me
stories.
too.
Oh, why do you think I started this podcast?
I mean, here we go. Let's
Crazy. Let's do it. Well, today is episode 158. And on this Thanksgiving holiday, we are discussing the practice of gratitude with our special guest, Kristin Knight. By the way, I am grateful up until now that I wasn't dating. So there you go. Kristin is a certified spiritual life coach, intuitive energy healer, and psychotherapist. Residing in the heart of South Central Pennsylvania, Kristin established the Awakening Project, a sacred online sanctuary, sanctuary for life coaching and healing. Through the gentle embrace of online video sessions, she creates a safe and nurturing environment where individuals can explore and confront the traumas and triggers that hinder the journey towards their highest selves. Kristin guides her clients on a profound I must have typoed here. Quest. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. Kristin guides her clients on a profound quest to uncover the inner truth, fostering a deep connection with their spirituality and clear understanding of their authentic selves. Pursuing her studies at SNHU University, she dedicates 15 years to serving as a drug and alcohol counselor and interventionist. So let's bring on Kristin because we are so happy to have her today. And there she is.
Hi.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good. Well,
Great.
someone has to do the good work, girl. So we're happy you are here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. Kristin was texting me earlier that she was nervous, and I was like, girl, all we do is gab.
All we do is gab.
Shit. We just talk smack.
I'm enjoying the juicy tea. I live that married life, so those dating days for me, all those dating apps.
Right.
Dating apps were trash for me. I wound up with 2 kids, and here we are.
Exactly. Well, we're glad you're here today. I actually met Kristin on TikTok. And I'm so excited to have found you. We are happy to be talking about the practice of gratitude, especially. Okay, this is somebody who obviously doesn't know me that I'm in the middle of a podcast. So my phone. We actually last week talked about being grateful and the journey through manifesting and being grateful. What are some of your practices that you teach people, Kristin, on gratitude and how to get to that place?
We do a lot of talking about, first off, understanding exactly what gratitude is. And a lot of the time people don't realize that what they're doing is they're not taking the time to, they may be taking the time to stop and say, you know, I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for waking up in the morning, but it's kind of a blanket statement. It's not very specific. You have to break it down and be incredibly specific about what you're thankful for and why you're thankful for. People don't understand that you can actually practice gratitude in a right way and a wrong way. And a lot of people are doing it the wrong way.
So tell us what that is. Do you mind telling us what you mean by gratitude in the wrong way?
Well, as I was saying, you have to be incredibly specific. If you just go ahead and say, I'm thankful that I have a job, I'm thankful for my children, I'm thankful for my home, but you're not stopping and listing the reasons why, really you're just acknowledging that those things are good in your life. It's not giving you that long lasting, you feel good for a minute, for a second, and then that kind of fizzles away, it fizzles out. It doesn't stick with you. So real true gratitude is going to stay with you if you're practicing it the right way. And it will look different for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about last week. I did a gratitude journal type thing that helps people. There's a whole step process. If anybody missed last week, make sure you go and check it out. It was a really great episode, and we talked a lot about the steps of, being gratitude when you manifest. So that's also a deep way of, really working towards gratitude. So tell us some of the steps then of working towards being grateful in the right way.
There are so many different ways. Like I said, it'll look different for everybody. It could be an emotion for somebody. It could be an action for somebody. A lot of the, my go-to ways are when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you have to do is acknowledge something that be grateful that you woke up. Start out the day, because if you sit there and go, today is shit, then today is going to be shit.
True that.
You are already triggering your subconscious mind to pay attention to your conscious mind. And it's listening all of the time, 24/7. So if you're setting yourself up, then you're done. You're done from the gate before your feet hit the floor. Right. So wake up, and from the beginning, before your feet even hit the floor, I'm grateful I'm awake. I'm grateful I have a job to go to, but don't stop there. Why are you grateful you have a job to go to? What is that feeling? What does that feel like? Allow yourself to exist and how good that feels. And then do that at least 5 things. At least 5 things. I know we're time usually rushed in the morning, because if you're like me, a snooze, 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 snooze. And just do that, and make it a point that throughout your day to stop and recognize and realize what feels good for you. Hey, did I just discover something new I enjoy? I'm grateful for that. This feels good. Make a practice of doing that all day long. You can do that one way. And then when you go to bed at night, it's also very important, because they say, a good day tomorrow starts the night before. So as you're going to bed, think about your day and all of the things that you're grateful for. Kind of make mental lists. Journaling is a wonderful way, because there's so many different ways that it can be set up for the individual. So journaling, we can also, we do nature walks. It's not just, it doesn't just apply to your life as, your job, your home, get yourself outside, take the time to put yourself in nature, take a nature walk. I'm grateful, for the trees. I'm grateful, they make the air. Always be very specific, because otherwise you're just making general lists, and they're just momentary, temporary feelings. You really have to train yourself. People also don't realize gratitude is a muscle that you have to train, and consistency, and just getting yourself used to doing that every day. If you're not the type of person who can get used to doing something every day, I believe the general rule of thumb is list, 5 to 15 things daily, 3 times a day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. And that will generally get you rolling and, get you in a good practice.
I love that. So I always do a little bit of research before the show, once in a while. Most of the time I wing this shit, but I was really thinking about, because I'm always talking about the ways that I do it. I wanted to see what I could find. And though we are teaching ourselves how to be grateful and how to work that muscle of gratitude and manifest all these amazing things, we don't stop to think sometimes that a lot of us have children, and why should they wait to learn about it on their own as they're adults, we should be teaching our children how to nurture, we should be learning how to teach our children and nurture them in gratefulness. So I found 5 ways to nurture gratitude in children, and not just in our kids, but if we are practicing it, then we're showing our children it. So I'm going to talk about those quick 5 things, and then you tell me if you also use these tools as well. So number 1 is focus on what went right for each day. And that is something that, you talked about. When I would sit down at dinner with my kids every night, I'd say, so, what did you fail at today? And I didn't ever ask them what they did right that day. I asked them what they failed at, because I wanted them to understand that it's the failures that make us pick our asses up and move forward. If we're always winning and we're always right and we're always, on the perfect track, then we have nothing to strive for, nothing to make us better, nothing to push us harder. And I found with my kids that when I would say, so what did you do wrong? They really had to stop and think, well, what did I fuck up on today? And they'd say, oh, well, I kind of did this. And I'd say, well, what did you learn from it? Because that is what, can also spur you to be grateful for the things you have by recognizing the things that you may have done wrong as well. Second, don't save conversations about gratitude for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
So we do before.
We do talk a lot about being grateful and have gratitude. We've had a couple episodes about gratitude, actually. Number 3 is promote sincere verbal or written expressions of thankfulness, which was what you just said, Kristin, about, journaling it, thinking about it. Those are important. Number 4, find ways to help others in need. I think that when we teach our children how to think about other people, how to be compassionate and empathize with other people, when we teach them that our goals in life really should center and focus on how to improve this world and how to improve other people's lives. If we're blessed with something that somebody else isn't, I think that is the most incredible thing. And again, don't save those for holidays. Don't save those to go to the soup kitchen for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Find something that you can do with your kids at least once a month or once a week. Whatever you want to do, every other week, whatever. And the last one, if I can get my phone to stop closing, be a role model. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was saying about when you're thinking about, teaching the future people of this world how to be grateful and have gratitude and to move in a positive way through life. We have to show them. I was a shit ass example, for years for my kids because I was in pain and I didn't know how to do anything but survive. And when you're in that survival mode, it is fucking hard to think about what you're grateful for, as you probably know, Kristin and Jada as well. We all 3 have been through DV, domestic violence. All of us have. And issues with relationships. And when we come from a struggle, it's hard to remember to be grateful for something when you feel like you have nothing to be grateful for. But I actually had everything to be grateful for. I had my children. And unfortunately, I didn't learn that until the last 4 years. And I feel bad because my older 2 missed this kind of situation. They've missed this. I'm trying with my last one. She's a senior and she knows everything. So I don't know.
But can I say, I'm so obsessed with gratitude, excuse me, because I think it's amazing. And being that I have been through a horrible divorce and a horrible divorce and DV and that divorce and all those things, I implemented a gratitude jar in my house. So now I'm an empty nester, but even sometimes when my kids come over, they'll fill out the Post-it and put it in the jar. So I have like every day, it's almost systematic for me to write something on the Post-it and put it in the jar. And then at the end of the year, I either leave it up to like, we can do something during Christmas or New Year's Eve and we can read some of the things that we've been thankful for. But I keep all of that. And I think it's so amazing. So my kids are now, being that they're in their 20s, like they're grown, their practice for gratitude is so amazing because they're used to coming in. Like, even if, and I don't even have to tell them, like, fill out the jar. Like, sometimes they're just like, oh, I see them writing it when they're here. And I'm like, oh, they're so sad. I want to read it, but I'm not going to read it. Just stick it in the jar. But I think it's such a beautiful practice because we have to be thankful. Like, we're alive and we're breathing and we have water and heat and all the things that people don't necessarily have, which I tried to implement to them at a young age. And it's so beautiful to me that I see them in their adult life when they come to my house and they're like, Mom, you still have the gratitude jar? And then I'll see them on the Post-it.
I love it.
Writing something. Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
That's amazing. Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My kids are very young. I jumped on that. Yeah. I thought it would be a good idea to have 2 kids within 13 months at 35 and 36. So we're still in the very early.
Rethinks her decisions. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
You know what? Their father and I were just talking about military school right before we signed on here. So.
Tell me about it.
Oh my goodness. It's, and I look forward to things like that. My kids are still young. However, kids are so smart. And, if you're spiritual, you believe, that we're born knowing and we're taught to forget. And, a big thing I didn't grow up with. That. Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to put that. Say that again.
I'm writing that down.
We are. We're born knowing that we chose what, depending on what you believe in. We're born knowing, why we're here, what our purpose is. Hey, we just signed that soul contract. Let's get something. But we are conditioned to forget. We're taught that spirits aren't real. We're taught that it's all on screen. We're taught that, Hollywood does such a good job at, demonizing all of the things, spiritual and just tearing it all down. And so, we're all just brought up to, it doesn't exist. If you see it, no, you don't.
Yeah.
If you hear it, no, you don't. All the magic is just taken away from us. And we're taught to see.
I think that's part of the reason why I started that, because my kids are almost 8 years apart in age. And I didn't want them to lose hope in like what love and relationships and partnership should look like, even when I left their father. So I started it so long ago that it's like ingrained in their mind. Like, they can say to me sometimes, Mom, I'm so thankful for this, or I'm so thankful for that. And I don't think they realize what they're doing, but I'm like, oh my God, that's gratitude.
I love that.
You did an amazing job when they don't even realize, when it just comes naturally and it's just automatic part of what they do. Then that's when you really need to stand up and look at yourself and say, good job. I did that.
Thank you.
That's
I love that.
To do that, because you deserve that recognition as a mother and as a woman and somebody who has been on the healing journey. So that needs to be said aloud. It's definitely, it's always a good thing if you can get a head start. I think the difficult part comes into, it plays into, not a lot of people nowadays have that guidance growing up. Like, it's, as you said, everyone's in survival mode, and there's no such thing as working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 anymore, weekends off, vacations with the family, family vacationing together. Like, good for you if you can do that. It's not the usual typical, it's not the thing anymore. So whatever time you do get with your children, I know for a while there, we were by choice, we left our home and went on a almost 2-year adventure, RV full time with the 2 kids.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love that.
Cut out as most of the electronics you can, like no TV, no tablets, no cell phones. They're outside getting dirty. They're foraging. They're learning about navigating with the stars. They're learning about empathy and all of the things. My daughter, my relationship with their father, it really shouldn't. We had no business, but we did get 2 beautiful kids, and I'm grateful for that. They were young enough that they, I don't remember any of that, but they do remember, and they do witness that co-parenting, even at 5 and 6, he and I are just now getting to the space where we can stand each other, and have a decent conversation. So like they do experience, that I'm sure on both sides, that, and you begin to recognize things. And in a sense, I felt like part of me, we were learning together. We were learning to do it together. And it's been good. It can also be, it's bittersweet sometimes too. And I think it'll sometimes trigger you, it can sometimes trigger a parent, I wish I had that for myself, but then that kind of gives you a new jumping point, new starting point, and for you to go ahead and stop and, hey, but I'm grateful for, and then just start it all over again. It's never ending, and you can do it when it comes to absolutely anything. There will always be an opportunity to shift the paradigm when it comes to anything. Always. And, my daughter.
I was just going to say, can you talk about that? Because sometimes people think that there's not, and they have no hope for, they just don't have hope.
You're absolutely. And I think that, and it could take, I do know, like personally, somebody could have talked until the blue in the face and told me it was going to be okay. And told me things could change and told me that I could do it. But until I found that belief in myself, there wasn't anybody that was going to convince me that there was hope. It wasn't going to happen. I had to hit my rock bottom. I had to hit my knees for my own reasons on my own time. And I think once you take the time to recognize that something is missing and you get to that point where you need it, it's time. When it's your time, it will all fall into place. You'll start, whether you seek the help of a professional or, anybody can really do it. There's so many resources online nowadays. You can, you don't have to pay a professional to kind of get an idea. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? There, unfortunately, are enough people who have had to take and make this journey and have shared. They're not gatekeeping. Nobody's gatekeeping, and that's great. And I love that. And there's support groups. But it really just falls into, it's all personal experience. When you get to that breaking point, it will just come. And at some point or another, you're going to go, oh, so when things are going bad and I stop, and I realize, I started my day out, I started my week out with a really bad attitude, and all I attracted was really bad shit, like really bad experiences, interactions with really bad people. I didn't like that. Like, let's maybe try it differently here. What's missing. And when those little bits and pieces, because it's not just gratitude that plays into it, it's a lot of other things. You have to trust the process. You have to trust yourself. You have to find the strength, the belief, that you, and be above anything else, realize that you possess everything that you need and within yourself. There is nothing outside of yourself that you need in order to get where you want to be, to see the results, have the life that you want to live, feel the way you want to feel. You have it all. You have it all. So and I really love, the communities, like especially the spiritual communities, they're booming right now. They're growing, and there's a lot of support. People are finally speaking. They're not afraid anymore. People are, this is where I am. This is who I am. And it's really encouraging other people to step forward. And I really think a lot of good stuff is being shared.
It's especially I find on TikTok, it's more so. I see a lot. I see some groups that come across my path on Facebook, which I love. I don't see as much on on Instagram, but on TikTok, I see, maybe it's just my side of TikTok that all of that shit's flooding in, and I love it.
Yeah, I do see there's a lot of really, really, really good creators, motivational speakers, people who teach wonderful fundamentals of manifesting. Mm-hmm. There are wonderful, but as with social media, there will always be those people who try and ruin it. And I hate, oh my goodness, I hate that. I hate that. And that just irks my soul. But there are, and it is TikTok for as much, it's just it's a platform where you can also find a lot of darkness very easily, can, creep in.
Oh, yeah.
But that's
everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's, with practicing gratitude, though, that's it plays a big, our mindsets, we're always under attack, whether it be the news, whether it be social media, whether it be a crappy employer or just toxic friends and family. It can be that.
Our government. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
But you know what, Christine? It's so funny you say that, because I am doing I don't even know that it would be a cleanse, but I'm just not watching the news. I'm not doing it until
good for you.
February 1st. So I
never watch the news.
When people tell me things, they're like, well, I'm in DC. So, here it's so like everything, everybody is. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not. I don't
either.
I'm removed from it because I don't want that even in my brain, in my energy, in my mental cycle, all of the stuff. So it's interesting that you say that. Yeah.
I don't watch the news at all. And I have not for years. I don't read the newspaper. I don't follow up. I don't do any of that. And that's the same way I'll come across anything. I didn't even know COVID was happening. I had no clue. None.
I didn't know until somebody told me. I was at a wedding on March 15th here in LA. And everybody was like, oh, COVID. And I was like, what the fuck is COVID? And then someone said, they're just shutting everything down and we have to stay in our homes tomorrow. And I was like, what? I had no idea. I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news in 20, 30 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get to stay home because I was still working facility side at the time in the DNA at the rehab. Goodness, so I was one of those had to go to work every day still, and do all the things. But I don't expose myself to any of that. And there are a lot of people who are hyper focused. And when I do have clients, or even just I run into people or encounter people. When you're watching the news or reading the newspaper, like, what are you doing typically? You're eating a meal, you're drinking coffee, so you have all of your senses working. So, that's also an opportunity to sit down and write one of those lists, when you would normally be watching the news and kind of absorbing all of that negative, sit down and write a list pertaining to all of your senses. Right now, I'm grateful for something that I can see. What is it and why? For something that I can feel, something that I could smell, cover them all. And it kind of still, you're interacting with all your senses. You're kind of, getting them all involved there. And it's kind of a nice substitute. And you're not taking on all that negative energy and all the negative information and the outside.
Yeah. But I think we take so many things for granted, because we can, and I can't say we, I'll speak for myself, like as a business owner and talking to people every single day, I can end my day and say, oh, I'm so upset about this. I'm so mad. Like, I could have such a bad day, but then I can wake up in the morning and say, God, you've got such a beautiful house. You've established such an incredible life. You did this on your own as a single mother. You've raised great sons. Like, there's so many things that you can do to flip it. And I think people sometimes take that for granted, actually.
Absolutely. They absolutely do. There are so many, you're right, between journaling and lists. And you do not have to get up and get a book and, physically write something down. it can all be contained. You can do it, you can speak it out loud. You can, just kind of think it. But when you find yourself having all those, like, man, this was an awful day, like, I feel terrible, let that be kind of a trigger, let that be okay. Oh, hey, I should really do this. And even if you have already done it, and like, I know sometimes, like, I'll sit down and I'll take the time to, or I'll lay down in bed and take the time to do it. And, you're just falling asleep and, something like, just gets you going, oh man, and it starts all over again, because it really is a cycle. Like everything else. And so you don't, you don't have to do it just one time. You can do it as many times as you need. And that's the beauty about it. There's no limits. You own it. Have it.
Yeah. I love
right
that.
Well, I start my day with my gratitude journal thing, that manifesting that we talked about last week. And then I end the day with my sex magic manifesting. So no doubt.
So you start your day with a journal and then you end your day masturbating. Great.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I start my day masturbating.
It's that self-care.
I am just bringing in all the good vibes. That's all I'm doing. I am manifesting with masturbating. So, but we all know I do that. So that's not
we all know. We all know. It's not a surprise. Not a surprise at all.
I started this cleaning business, and someone posted on a Facebook group that they were cleaning a house, and this lady had all this white decor on her shelf in her living room, and one of the things on the decor shelf was a white rose. And she got it at a thrift store or a Goodwill, something. She got it somewhere and thought it was so cute. And I was like, oh, I need a white one. I have a red one. I need a white one.
You would be surprised how often that happens. I had a client, oh my goodness. It's a neck massager. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Kristin has the cleaning business too. We have that in common. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Excuse me, ma'am. That's not the only muscle you can stretch.
Not the only.
Rub it out, sister. Just get that muscle in there.
Okay. I didn't mean
not
to
talking
take
about
here.
the stain.
Sorry, people. Sorry, guys.
They don't care.
Here we are.
They're like, hey, I have a rose. Where can I get the rose? What is a rose?
Well,
magic.
Well, being that it's Thanksgiving, I feel that we should all share, what are we thankful for? What are we grateful for? We have a few minutes left in the show, so maybe we should talk about it.
Yeah, let's let Kristin go. What are you grateful for?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Most recently, I am grateful, absolutely, of course, always, for my family, for my husband, for my kids, but for the opportunity to sit down and actually make things just happen. Just make things happen. Action. I'm grateful for action. Because there was a time in my life that I was stagnant. I existed in executive dysfunction. I would just stand there frozen. And this has been the most mobile I have been. And I can't tell you how long. I have 3 small businesses. I have 2 school-age children, PTO in 2 schools, a husband who he owns his own business. We have a home. My dog's 21. So that, there's enough of me right now. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for the energy that I have. I am grateful for my craft. I am grateful for my practice, my clients, all of it. I live, this chapter is my season of gratitude. So it is everything that makes my life what it is right now. Truly.
I love that.
I love it. Go ahead, Kristin. You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Let's see. I'm grateful for the New Life Center chiropractic that has done all of this PT and therapy on my back to help heal my, oh my God, what has it been? Since
It's
I
been a
was
long time.
16. Since I was
Mhm.
16 and I'm 56. So what is that? 36 years of pain every day, constant, like anywhere between 8 to 10 on the scale of pain every day. I just ignore it and plow through. It is freeing when your mind clears of pain and all the shit that you can accomplish and feel and be. So I'm super grateful for them there. They are amazing here in LA. I'm grateful that I have my daughter Alexa and the grandkids back in my life. Never thought that would fucking happen. I'm grateful that I'm grateful for all my kids and all my grandkids. I love them all, of course. I'm grateful for the ability to have amazing friends and family in my life, and that I can do anything I fucking want, anything. And I'm grateful that I have no fear. No fear to start something, no fear of success, no fear that I'm going to fail because I don't give a fuck. I love that. And that's what I'm grateful for.
Okay. Well, that's
Jade.
great. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm grateful for my business and my amazing clients. Like I talk to matchmakers every single day and they sometimes complain so much about their clients. And I'm like, oh, I am so grateful that I have such amazing people that I work with. But I'm also very grateful that I get to do what I love every single day. And I connect with great people and I'm introduced to great people. Of course, I'm grateful for my children. Although I want to choke them out sometimes, being that they're boys.
Welcome to the club.
But I mean, I'm so grateful for them and the men that they've turned out to be. I mean, I just am grateful to have a life that I can do what I want to do. I don't have to wake up and clock in. If I want to travel and work from somewhere else, I can do that. If I want to take 3 days off, I don't have to check in with the boss. Like I am that person. So I'm just grateful. And I've wanted this. It's so amazing. And I've wanted it for so long. And I mean, I'm here. So I'm very grateful for that. Yay.
Well, us here at 50 Shades of Bullshit are grateful for Dean, our producer. We're grateful for Rebel, our engineer, because we love her so fucking much. I'm grateful for Jada. I'm grateful to all of our guests that come on. We love you, Kristin. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
and
thank you so much.
We're really grateful for our listeners. We're really grateful. I mean, my God, each week that each person that comes on that comments and participates in the show, and they're true and they're always there for us. And I love them so much, and we're grateful for them.
Too. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to every single person. I hope you're enjoying your food and festivities and all the good stuff.
Hopefully Country Corners Gazette has us playing today.
I know. I hope so.
And we want to say
wait, would they be open today? It's Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
Well, if they are,
we appreciate them. Yeah. And we appreciate all those, who are they? Real quick. There's Mickey, there's Anastasia, there's Charles, and there's
Christian. Isn't there Christian? Or no?
No, Charles. And Mickey. And then oh my God, the girl. Oh my God, I just forgot her name. You're gonna kill me. I'm so sorry. Michelle. I don't know, but I'm terrible at names.
You know what? In a nutshell, we thank every single person who listens, who emails, who messages.
We love this show and we love doing it for you.
We're thankful.
Yeah.
Even though I don't always look glamajam, but
Nobody cares what we look like. Most of the time people are listening, not watching, but whatever.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I stopped caring about what I looked like a long time ago.
Well, I'm not
I
there
don't,
yet,
but
so.
I've tried. I still want to let you.
Kristin, you've been
You're
so
so
insightful and so thankful for coming on. And yeah, thank you for being here. This was a great.
Much for allowing me the opportunity. I really, I love this, and I love being able to share and help. So I appreciate you. And
Yay! Thanks for being here. Well, we have run out of time on this day of gratitude. We want to say thank you so much for coming every week. We will be back again, same time, same place next week. And until then, let's keep this shit real. Bye. If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends, like and follow us on Instagram at 50 Shades of _bullshit and Facebook at 50 Shades of Bullshit. Thanks so much for listening, and we really hope to see you again next week.